Aloha and welcome back. Today we're doing faith-based agencies in Chapter 13. Today we're going to look at some of the various ways a faith-based agency is defined, identify the benefits and risks of human services provided by faith-based agencies, and we will review the tradition of giving within the religious practices of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Let me say that until recently in the Western world, we have approached social services and mental health issues by dividing the human being into 4 areas. Those areas are biological, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. More recently, we have begun to regard the human being as a whole. We have developed what is called a holistic perspective, where the person is considered a whole person with the above-mentioned parts interlinked and intertwined. We call this the mind and body and soul connection. So, knowing that, what is the difference between a secular agency and a faith-based agency? Well, the services provided by secular or faith-based are almost always the same. It is, however, the manner in which they are provided that is different. The accepted definition of a faith-based agency is an agency which depends on religious entities or denomination for support, and has a mission statement which identifies the agency's goals, which are reflected in the core values of that religion. And the employees, you folks who work at one of these faith-based agencies, would probably be of that religion. Everything would work very well that way. Just remember that faith-based means all religions, not just Christian or Jewish or Islamic. Could be Taoist, Buddhist, or any number of the world's religions. This is all very complicated. It's an interesting chapter. Please read it carefully, especially pay attention to pages 305 and 312. There are some very old faith-based agencies, they're not all new, such as the Association of Jewish Family and Child Agency. There's the Catholic Charities Agency, which goes way back to the Middle Ages. There are new movements such as the Prison Fellowship Ministry. The concept of human services is relatively new to the Islamic community, however. The idea of charity is not new to that religion, and charity has always been a part of the Islamic religion. But the human service component is relatively new to the Islamic religion. The Islamic religion has developed ISSA, which is the Islamic Social Service Association. Okay? Before we move on to Chapter 14, which is Violence and Victim Advocacy and Corrections, please go to the discussion tab and review the question for Chapter 13 so that we can all discuss it. Now, for Chapter 14, which is Violence and Victim Advocacy and Corrections, you will notice there are 2 videos for you to watch. Please watch them both carefully. I decided to find 2 for you that did not involve you having to look at me. They're very good about the corrections part of human services. Please watch both of them carefully, and I'll see you again when we discuss Chapter 15. Thank you, and aloha.